Welcome back, everybody, to Krohner and The Don, your favorite podcast, my favorite podcast, probably his favorite podcast. I'm not really sure.
No, 100%.
Oh, man. We're so glad to be back this week. It's been a bit of a crazy one. I'm still going through a move, but we got a couple more things down there this weekend. We also had a little bit of Memorial Day festivities and celebrations. That was really cool. I got a lot better at cornhole this weekend. Turns out all I need is 3 cocktails and about 5 lagers, and I'm going in the hole.
That's beautiful. I need about just as much to go into the hole too, the crone hole.
Hey! Anyway, I hope everyone else had a lovely weekend. Aiden, did you get up to anything fun and special?
I went down to Mr. Noah Constrictor's baby shower. Him and his wife are doing great. Outside of that, looking at some colleges to apply to. I'm aiming to either get my degree in aerospace engineering or astronomy. Time will tell. I've got some time to decide. But from there, nothing too crazy. I haven't shaved the neck beard yet, so
Hey,
I'm getting there.
right. Well, I would think engineering would probably be a lot. I don't know. I'm not really sure what astronomers do. I mean, there's more of like an observation kind of thing, right?
Yeah, no, they straight up just stare at the fucking sky for hours at a time, which honestly sounds so cool. I don't care how many years you're doing it. That shit's so fire. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to look through like a decently high powered telescope before, but let me tell you, when you start looking at that shit and you can see like Saturn's rings and like Jupiter's colors, it's kind of wild.
No, there really is. There's nothing that makes me feel smaller than looking up at the planets. So to see them in higher definition, I feel like that would send me into a pit of my of like considering my own mortality that I really don't want to go down. But I'm glad that you love it.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing, dude. It helps me remember that there's more than all of the fucking hullabaloo that's going on our rock.
There's a lot of hullabaloo. It's crazy. I mean, it's interesting to think that maybe if there are civilizations on other planets, maybe they're doing better, maybe they're doing just the same. Like there could be people like this, but we're just like blue or green or something.
Oh yeah, no, you got some dude sitting from a mic going like, hey, and they're like, I wonder if there's some retards on another rock just like us. But instead of saying it like that, they say,
oh man. What if it's like rock bottom where like they speak English but they go in the middle of their sentences. I can't understand your accent. Oh
man, that'd be pretty cool.
That was such a good episode. Jesus.
It was. That was pretty much a live depiction of Chicago.
Oh God. Chicago.
Chicago. Can't have shit. Oh, I was going to say Detroit, but that's Michigan.
No, you can't have shit in Detroit either. I'm surprised that Tim the Tool Man, decided to stay there for so long. But hey, man, when you're a diehard Lions fan, you stick around. You stick through the crap. Apparently, you also can't have shit in Atlanta either.
No.
So I live in an apartment complex, and this weekend I witnessed, like, literally was up at night and saw this happen. I didn't see enough to really make a difference though. But I witnessed my third like carjacking. Well, this one was an attempted carjacking. The other two actually like happened. But I'm like, I've been here less than 2 years, and we're paying so much for housing to live in a decent neighborhood, but this neighborhood also, like, specifically my apartment complex, has had 3 carjackings. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. But it's just, it's terrifying out here. It really is.
Fuck all that. I don't know how you've done it for so long. Atlanta is probably one of the worst places in the country, like, just objectively speaking.
I mean, it's just oversaturated. Like, one of the biggest reasons that this happens is because, there's just the cost of living is up, and jobs aren't paying enough, so then people have to resort to other things, and man, they got to take from people who are probably either going through the same thing or are making enough. Man, it's just a sad, like, cyclical thing. I didn't really expect to get into capitalism too much today, so we're gonna put a pin in that. But small talk aside, Aiden is actually going to be the showrunner for today. What you got on the docket, man?
So I thought we would go for something interesting. Last episode we did the ranker type of stuff, right? Where we were looking through a couple lists and going through and seeing if we agree or disagree. I thought today would be a little more bullshitty. Just a hair, you know. We are going to be doing some Buzzfeed quizzes. So here, let me transition my screen real quick. It's I made it a little faster for sake of time. But we're looking at everyone has a red flag, and we'll reveal yours if you tell us what you eat in a day. There are thousands of jobs out there. This quiz will use AI to find the perfect one for you. Everyone is like a certain ocean creature. Build a pizza to find out which one you are. Visit every corner of Japan and we'll guess your favorite Pokemon with 99.777% accuracy. I don't know where they got that number.
That feels a little phoned in.
Oh, 100% it has to be. Everyone is a scene from the B movie, and which one you are says a lot, with a lot of T's. Tell us a little about yourself, and we'll analyze your personality and tell you what cheese you are deep down inside.
Okay, that one's actually super important.
Oh, very. I want to know what cheese I am. I'm hoping it's what I'm thinking of.
Gouda.
Dude, I'm thinking a little more mozzarella. You know what I'm saying?
Really? No, I think it'd be a little bit more artisan than that. Mozzarella is kind of that's kind of more like a C-list cheese to me now at this point. But like Gruyere or Munster, man, we're talking at least B, if not A.
In all reality, I'm trying to get an Italian cheese and not a French one.
German cheese is good too, but I see your point.
That's fair. German cheese, I can live with. And the last quiz we'll be doing is if you were a Pokemon gym leader, what type of Pokemon would you have? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say I usually get the same one, so maybe this will be something different.
I'm excited for it because I know you and I are both gonna have like preconceived notions as to what we would pick. And we'll see if it lines up. All right, you got those quizzes up, Crony?
Oh, I forgot to load them. Oops. Hang on. You said you sent them in our Discord, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Aiden, play that soundbite for me real quick. You know which one.
I hope that comes through.
I hope so too. That was great. I don't know who the fuck Tingus Pingus is. Who
the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
Oh, you put them on the channel. I thought you DM'd them to me.
Oh no, yeah, I put them in podcast. But while Crone pulls those up, a little bit of context. Me, Crone, and the Noah Constrictor were playing Minecraft, like real into the wee hours of the night, right? And I'm telling them about this video. I'm like, I'm gonna name my bird who I just picked up Tingus Pingus. Crone's like, why Tingus Pingus? I was like, I don't know. It's just something I heard from this meme. It's a dude from Boston, Bostonian, whatever, screaming at the NBA draft. Or I think it's the NBA. The Knicks are an NBA team, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, heck yeah. So I show him the video, and this dude is like, what the fuck are they even doing? Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? He loses it like that every fucking time. It's so good.
God, it's great.
It's so beautiful.
It's also just because like it's so far removed from what the guy's name actually is. I don't remember, but it doesn't look anywhere close to Tingus Pingus.
Hold up, let me look this up.
And also, it reminds me of. I hope that one came through. The Eggman saying Pingus.
Okay, so the dude's name was Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh.
There's also a little tab here. People also ask, what is the meaning of Pingus? Pinger was not on the list, but Ping On was listed as meaning opium and Pingus as the prescription drug Ropanol, a sedative. What is this about? Apparently opioids.
How deep does the Pingus hole go?
Jesus Christ.
Wait, Pinger. I thought that was like, like your fingers.
Dude,
I thought it was just something stupid to say. Why is my microphone on? Okay, there we go.
All right, Crony. So, are you ready for these tests?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I might have to make sure my capture is correct though.
Heck yeah.
Um,
Oh
nope,
yes.
that is
Solid
game
black.
capture.
We ain't got craft up yet.
Not just yet. Sorry, folks. I should have done this beforehand. I'm deeply sorry. Uh,
We got too caught up in the pingus for real.
no, in the front. This isn't right. Aiden,
Oh, hello.
please cut this out. Okay, there's that. And then, okay,
It's
we're
still
almost
so
there.
tiny.
That is what she said. We're almost there. Um,
Beautiful.
it doesn't cover the full like screen though.
Ah, that's fine.
Oh God, no! What have I done?
All right, so we are starting with everyone has a red flag, and we'll reveal yours if you tell us what you eat in a day. I'm knocking over all of my shot bottles. So let's begin. So first question: have some breakfast. I think here I'm gonna pick cereal.
Hmm. Then we got cereal, waffles, smoothie bowl, toast. Ooh. I don't know. I think as I got older, I kind of fell out of cereal. I'm not rich enough for a smoothie bowl.
Of
I'm gonna
course,
go with waffles.
dude. Cereal for me. I don't eat a lot of breakfast, but when I do, it's typically cereal.
That's
Pick
fair.
a drink: water, energy drink, milk, or milkshake. Man, me
Well,
personally. Oh,
guess it's energy drink for me. What you got?
I'm gonna go with milk because I definitely drink more milk than I do Red Bull. But I do drink a
You
lot of
drink
Red
more
Bull.
milk than a lot of people.
I've got like 3 separate milk cups on my desk right now. Like,
Jesus Christ, dude, you need to go. You need to wash those.
dude, I mean they're no more than a day old. I will say.
Okay. Fair.
All right, next pick a morning snack. A lollipop,
What?
banana, mixed nuts, or cookies.
Wait, for a
This is
morning snack?
absurd.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
And
I was actually telling somebody the other day, I'm not one of those people that's able to like just buy like a can of peanuts or a can of like almonds or whatever have you. I do see walnuts in here, which is nice. I do like walnuts, but like peanuts and cashews and shit like that and pistachios, I hate them. Like it's not like like I dislike like peanut butter or something, but I can't just reach into a can of peanuts or a can of almonds and just fucking eat that shit. That's it's so off-putting to me. So I'm gonna go with the Nana.
dude, for me, like nuts are so expensive. I'm a big cashew type of guy, right? But that's the only nut that I can like actively eat. It's just something about the taste versus texture that just sits so beautifully. But they're expensive as shit. It's like $13 for a can, and it's like, dude, kill yourself. I'm not buying a $13 can of nuts that's this big.
No, absolutely not. You should never do that.
Time for lunch: sandwich, soup, mac and cheese, or salad. Sandwich all the way.
Sorry, I had to move my windows around a little bit. Sandwich, soup, mac and cheese, or salad. Well, mac and cheese is a side dish. At least, where I'm from, it is.
I
Uh,
agree.
I mean, truthfully, depending on the day, I would eat all four of these at one time. That is some crazy looking soup, though. It actually looks like, is that like spaghetti noodles?
That almost looks like ramen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the soup on this one, actually.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Maymoo on Unsplash.
All right. So next is pick an afternoon snack: crackers, chocolate, ice cream, or fruit. And I'm not the world's biggest snacker. So whenever I am snacking, typically it does land on ice cream
I
because
do
we
like
usually
ice cream.
have ice cream sandwiches in the house.
Yeah, man, I can't sit down and have like just a thing of crackers. Now, if I guess it really depends, because if I can do up these crackers in some kind of way, one thing my mom and I used to always do is we would take like saltines and then some like deli cheese, and we just go and microwave those things.
Dude, that sounds so good. So
It
let
was
me
really
ask you this. The, we're going back to a couple episodes in lore. Would you consider Cheez-Its a cracker?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if those are under that classification, I could fuck up some of those ranch Cheez-Its, like the ones with the curves and shit.
Yeah. No, I actually know you make a good point. Also, like goldfish. Goldfish are crackers. But still, my snack of choice when it comes to these four is definitely ice cream.
Heck
Grace can
yeah.
attest to that. We usually have hell, we have ice cream sitting in the freezer right now. Might have to go get some of that.
What flavor?
So I get two different tubs because Kroger has a solid deal on them. So I usually get her a dark chocolate and raspberry by the Private Selection. Can't remember exactly what it's called. And I'll like change it up. I like the ones that come with brownie bits in them. I really
Oh,
shouldn't. My teeth can't handle that, and that's why I don't like snack on just straight up chocolate all the time. Not to say that I snack on ice cream all the time, but yeah, no, the brownie bits are my weakness, bro.
oh, let me tell you, dude. This might be controversial. I'm either between like French vanilla or mint chocolate chip.
No, I like both of those. I love me some mint chocolate chip.
Good man. Apparently it's topical. People online are like, dude, if I wanted to eat toothpaste, I would just eat toothpaste. I'm like, dude, if you must not brush your teeth if that's what you think toothpaste tastes like.
Yeah. Um, Either that or they're still using like kid flavored toothpaste. I'm out here with the baking soda, bruh.
Dude, that's pretty based, I'm not gonna lie. I try to use the like whitening, like the 3D crest.
Yeah, Crest is cool. Actually, I just bought some toothpaste today. We're going with Sensodyne now.
Nice. For them
Yeah.
sensitive teeth.
Yeah, no, my teeth are really sensitive. I need to get over my dentist anxiety.
Time for dinner. What's on the menu? Soup, nachos, fried shrimp, or pizza?
Ooh. All right,
Ugh,
that's kind of hard for me.
same.
It's not going to be soup again because I already picked soup once. Um, hmm.
So for me, um, I'm eliminating fried shrimp and nachos because nachos I do not eat any sort of frequently. Um, Pizza, we make homemade pizza all the time, but I think of soup, right? And I think of when me and Maggie went on a cruise, we had this lobster bisque that was so insane. And I mean, if I'm eating dinner and I have like a grilled cheese, there's already like tomato bisque with it. I love me a good grilled cheese. It's hard.
No, that's
I
fair.
probably
I
have to go with pizza though.
Well, now you got me thinking, and this one here presented to us definitely looks like a bisque. Hmm. Oh no. I think if we're going for what we regularly eat, yeah, I'm gonna go with pizza. I just had pizza the other day.
Dude, we had made a homemade pizza the other night and we're already probably going to make it again tonight.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Dude, Maggie makes the best pizza, like straight up. I'm not even going to front.
I love that.
It's finally dessert. You know what to do. Licorice, brownies, gummy bears, or ice.
What the fuck? Okay, now I see the red flag. It's with the ice.
Yeah, for real. I'm going with brownies all the way.
Yeah, brownies. Oh.
I, okay, what'd you get, Crone? What's your red flag?
I got you're untrustworthy. You seem to lie in order to spare others' feelings and your own, but it often backfires. You haven't been completely honest about your past and it has affected your relationships. Well, god damn
Yeah.
it. Damn.
Mine is you're immature. You often burst out laughing in serious situations and you say the wrong thing at the wrong time. You never take the blame in arguments, even when something is actually your fault. How true do you hold this to be?
Um, I mean, I don't know. I'd maybe actually, yeah, I do somewhat like I don't necessarily want to say that I lie, but maybe if you consider lying by omission to spare someone's feelings, I do kind of have an issue with that. I'm very non-confrontational.
I mean, that's fair. I would say it's very empathetic to want to spare someone's feelings in that sense too, but sometimes I can imagine where that backfires.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily affected my relationships. I feel like if it ever has, it's been a smaller part and like something bigger ends up coming along. Um, so I don't know. I'd say it feels pretty okay. How do you feel about yours?
I think it's like half true, right? Because I do burst out laughing in serious situations. Like my mental is that's just how it processes serious things. Um, and it is pretty rough doing that. I mean, it's not like anything other than involuntary, but at the same time, never take the blame in an argument is kind of rough because I would be lying if I said I wasn't stubborn. But if I'm wrong and it's like proven that I'm wrong, then I will admit that I'm wrong.
Hmm.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
like, because I mean, like, I will stubborn in the sense that I need to see, like, facts until I think I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong.
Hmm.
If I'm at fault for something, then I'll say it's my fault. It does take me a minute to process it because of that stubbornness. But if I'm wrong, dude, straight, and I'll be like, "Fuck, I fucked up." So I mean, it's pretty close to being true. I feel like
Okay.
these are pretty close to being true.
Yeah, I can dig that. This one wasn't too bad. What's up next?
All right. Next is there are thousands of jobs out there. This quiz will use AI to find the perfect one for you. And who knows? Maybe I'm not suited for you know, engineering or whatever. Let's find out. Which of these
Fair.
describes you the best? I'm a people person. I'm very analytical. I thrive when working creatively. I love routine. I like to do something different every day. I prefer to work alone. I'd probably
Hmm.
say I'm very analytical to the point of fault.
Hmm. I don't know. I think that I'm a people person strictly because of like what my job is, being that I kind of have to be. In a way, it's usually like I'm just masking.
I
Like
get
I
that.
don't genuinely like I don't genuinely feel that sociable. Like I come home and I'm just like, oh God, that was horrible.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, it's pretty analytical. Try to think like a couple ways forward. I don't know if this means like strictly as an occupational thing or if this means like just how you are personally. Because yeah, I think part of having a work-life balance is that you're a different person when you're at work. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Like as long as you're being like who your job needs you to be, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Um, I guess that's kind of what I'm gonna base it off of. I guess also because they say like I thrive when working creatively. I don't. I go through creative ruts all the time. There's so many things that I could be doing right now that I'm not. Um, I do kind of like when something is different. Like I hate the repetitiveness of like, especially with like the news store that I'm at, dude. I mean, everybody just comes in for the same thing all the time. Nobody wants to talk about anything new, and I hate that. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with I like to do something new every day.
All
Hmm.
right. Next is would you prefer to work in an office around other people, remotely at home, outdoors, or while traveling? I'd say remotely at home.
Yeah, I think that's really the goal right there. That really shows I'm not a people person.
What's your biggest area of interest? Enter your own or choose from the options below. Oh,
Ah,
wow. No wonder they can figure it out.
yeah, it's almost like you tell them what you want to do.
I'm going to put down space because I love space. I've got like all sorts of books, like, oh,
That's
books I
beautiful.
need to finish read. Admittedly, I need to finish reading them.
I mean, I went to college for psychology. Um, and I haven't been back on that grind in a while. I've thought about actually just like ordering some textbooks or some other books on it just to like read up and entertain myself a little bit and learn something. Um, I think I'm gonna go with I do enjoy creative writing though, so I think I'm gonna go with that.
Crone, it sounds like I have a new study partner through all of this.
Hey, hell yeah.
What's your second biggest area of interest? Enter
Uh,
your own answer, choose from the options below. I'd probably say engineering.
I'm gonna say Pingas.
Pingus.
I wonder if that'll fuck it up, but well,
I'm
no, actually,
curious.
I guess lately I've been particularly interested in whoever Tingus Pingus is.
What's the most important to you? Making lots of money, feeling fulfilled, or having good work life balance? I would,
What
for
if
me, say feeling fulfilled.
I like all of those things. I want to feel fulfilled and also pay the bills. And, having a good work-life balance is something that I haven't had in a long time. So I think that I place a lot of value in that. So
Felt
maybe
that.
I guess like what's immediately most important to me is having a good work-life balance.
That's beautiful. Like for
Yeah.
me, I feel like if you're fulfilled by your job, you don't feel like you have to give more on any given day. But I mean, I guess that definition could be like, you know, switched around and, it's person to person largely.
Yeah, I think like, you could be like emotionally fulfilled by your job in that like, you know, like you're doing something that you enjoy, something that you feel like makes a positive impact. Um I guess like that's kind of what they're going for. Um
All right. And I'm done.
yeah, I'm done. Oh,
Oh, it's got a timer to figure out like what would be good for you with a
that
Publix ad for me.
is that an AI icon or is that Reddit?
I th- Reveal your perfect job. I think it's AI. I recommend remote aerospace engineer, remote data analyst.
Hey, dude, aerospace engineer it is. Screw astronomy.
Okay. Dude, yeah, I think that just picked out my job for me.
If you say so, Buzzfeed.
Thank you, BuzzFeed. Very cool.
Oh man.
What'd you get?
This one's hilarious. Based on your interests in creative writing and Dingus Pingus, as well as your desire to work remotely and have a good work-life balance, I would suggest exploring a career as a freelance content creator or copywriter. Holy shit, that's crazy. We're doing
Dude,
that
I
now.
believe it.
We're doing that right now.
We are doing that right now.
Dude,
I could see
BuzzFeed
it
knows
with your
what's
other
up.
interests too. Like with how you talk about like being in creative writing and shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to get back into streaming as well, like playing some little video games. Um, as a freelance writer, you can work from the comfort of your own home, taking on projects that align with your passions and skills. You would have the flexibility to choose your own hours and workload, allowing you to create a schedule that works best for you and maintain a healthy balance between work and personal life. In terms of salary, freelance writers can earn anywhere from $20 to $100 per hour. Man,
Holy shit.
that's a huge range. What the fuck do you mean?
Dude, if I'm being completely real, I could see you being in like I've told you this before. I think you do have like a very good personality for being online.
Well, I'm glad somebody thinks so.
I mean, that's the whole bit, right? Like I'm working I feel like I work well here in the podcast because I have you to bounce off of, right? I think that you yourself, like if you were to do it solo, could do it spectacularly. And I have no doubt in my mind that's something that you could like succeed in.
I mean, I don't know, but I enjoy when you bounce off of me.
What a segment.
Ah,
What the
oh,
stigma?
get me on with a Kroner.
Oh man. Okay, that one was pretty fun. Up next we have
What ocean creature am I? Everyone's like a certain ocean creature. Build a pizza. Find out which one you are.
that's weird. I didn't think sea creatures knew about pizza. Oh wait, Krusty Krab, they do pizza now. We don't
They do.
deliver.
Yeah, they do. I'm going to take a shot for this one. This one is insane.
I will too. Of Red Bull. I'm gonna be up all night.
Hmm.
And I have to work in the morning.
I would say like, oh, I have tomorrow off, but I have to go down to Georgia to because my car has like a funny noise.
I was gonna say you're going down to Georgia to look for a soul to steal.
Oh my god, I'm never going to forget that fucking trivia night where I was like, dude, I don't know the devil. I don't know the devil down in Georgia.
Yeah, dude, and y'all kind of disappointed me with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Like we're all from here in some respects, but and we were all raised by northern people. So given that we all were, I feel like maybe I was like heavier indoctrinated into the culture.
That's pretty fair because I mean, me, I don't know. Noah knew it and he was raised by people from like Minnesota. I didn't know shit or dick about it. And I was raised by people from Buffalo. So
Oh wait, did Noah get that question right?
I don't think he got it right, but I think he recognizes what the song is. And I was just like, dude, what is this?
Fair enough. Yeah, y'all need to watch more King of the Hill. There was an episode with about, well, not about Charlie Daniels, but there was a little cameo, about as much of a cameo as a cartoon can have, but they referenced him.
That does sound awesome. I'm gonna have to. I do need to watch more King of the Hill because I
You
mean,
do, man. It's one of the best animes out there.
Dude, I used to get stoned as shit and watch King of the Hill.
King as the hill.
King of the Hill. King of the Hill.
How are we gonna do this crust? Well, obviously, I think that my first choice is gonna be the stuffed crust because there's normal crust, which is just hand tossed. There's thin crust, and there's cauliflower crust. And I've never had cauliflower crust pizza in my life. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It sounds like it's good, but I've never had it before, and it sounds a little strange. So I'm gonna go with the old stuffed crust.
I'm gonna go with stuffed crust as well. Because I mean, like, I think about my most enjoyable moments with pizza, and it was with stuffed crust.
Yeah.
That said, cauliflower crust is garbage. Don't ever even like consider it. Like, just take my word for it, for real.
Thank you. I appreciate
it all has to be gluten. Choose the sauce: marinara, pesto, Alfredo, or olive oil.
Alfredo. I didn't even have to give that a thought, dude. Alfredo, dude, like chicken Alfredo pizza or like chicken bacon ranch pizza is some of the best. Like, I don't have it all the time, but it is one of the most satisfying.
I'm gonna have to go with olive oil. Some of the best pizzas I've ever had have had olive oil on it.
You are Italian. All right, choose some cheese. We got mozzarella, cheddar, Gouda, and goat. Ooh, goat cheese, yeah.
Mozzarella.
Great. I do enjoy some mozzarella. I like getting the you get like the spheres of mozzarella and then you just like chop them up, put them on a charcuterie board or something. Dude, I could eat that all day.
Dude, putting that type of mozzarella, like the congealed mozzarella, on a pizza like that without shredding it is the OG way.
That's how they do it on like classic margarita pizzas.
Love margarita pizzas.
That's how they did it on the one that I had in Italy. There's this little hole in the wall place in Rome, and yeah, they got like some sliced mozzarella on there, halved like cherry tomatoes, some basil there in the middle. Man, that shit was bussin' for real.
Oh yeah, it's so good. All right, choose a topping: bacon, pepperoni, sausage, or ham.
Ham.
I'm going with ham.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've had ham on pizza. It's pretty good.
I mean, I've had
Canadian bacon.
I mean, yeah, that's how you have a Hawaiian pizza, but is it my topping of choice? I'm gonna have to go with sausage.
I'm going with bacon. Sorry, Noah.
That's fine.
I just bacon. Like whenever I get those Domino's pizzas, like we had discussed before, I think we discussed it on the podcast before. The bacon that they give you is probably like the best bacon that you can get on a pizza without it being like, actual like pan fried bacon. It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. And also I think that since they don't specify if it's pork bacon or turkey bacon, I'm sure it's fine. I love me some turkey bacon. I actually almost prefer that consistency or that like texture.
That's fair. I mean, I can never get behind turkey bacon, but I can understand where it's like it can be preferred. Because I mean, regular bacon in of itself is just depending on what you get, tough, greasy,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can mess it up. I don't like it super crispy.
That's fair. I like it pretty crispy, but if it's just too crispy, it's a very fine line.
Yeah, I just feel like, at that point, it kind of feels like you're eating like a paint chip or something,
Dude, for real. And like my whole bit, right, is the way that you cook each slice of bacon changes with every round that you go on the pan because the bacon grease is in there. And at a certain point, you're frying the bacon more so than you're cooking it. It just turns into a whole bit. But if you get it right, whew.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Ooh, now we're going for the veggies.
I'm going onions all the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of between onions or olives. Like
I'm
I like peppers.
real.
I don't know why those peppers are diced though. I wouldn't want diced peppers on my pizza.
I can go either way with the peppers. And if I'm being real, it was between peppers and onions, but I definitely do more onions than peppers.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hit olives. Olives on pizza are really good.
I'm gonna be real with you, Krohn. I am not. This is going to be sacrilege for my family. I don't like olives.
You disrespect the. Oh my god,
dude! I know it's bad, but I don't know what it is. It's both the texture and the taste, honestly, but mostly the texture. I've never been able to eat olives, beans, that type of thing because of it.
No beans?
I can't eat beans.
Not even cannellini beans?
No. Texture.
Garbanzo? Nothing?
No. No beans.
It's the skin that bothers you?
No, like the way that it turns into mush when you bite into it.
Oh, okay, so like you really hate refried beans then.
Yes. I hate refried, I hate baked. Um Certain beans I can get behind, black eyed peas. Garbanzo's okay, but like mostly just the texture. Like it makes it hard for all beans. I want to like them so bad, they taste so good, but it's just so hard.
Oh man, red beans and rice.
I want to like chili more than I do.
Well, to hear it from some people, beans don't belong in chili.
I kind
Which,
of agree with it, but like it's also just because of my bias.
well, I think it. I'm not. We're gonna save the chili thing for another episode. That'll be its own thing. Um. Hmm. Choose one more topping. Well, I know which one you're not gonna pick. Well,
Believe
actually, I
it or
don't know.
not, I do sometimes like a good Hawaiian pizza, but it is only good in that context.
Not the one I was talking about.
Oh, mushrooms?
If it's a texture thing for you and you don't like the mushy, how do you feel about mushrooms?
Mushrooms are a little bit more tolerable. It depends on context.
Okay, fair. Because like Grace, she can't do mushrooms at all. Can't do it. It's something about the texture and I guess like the vague like chewiness of it. I understand. I like me some mushrooms though. I think I'm gonna go with. Well, based on what we've had so far, because if we're assuming that we're building the same pizza, then, uh, man, I've got Alfredo sauce, I've got sausage, I've got olives. I'm just gonna have to go with extra cheese.
Dude, I went with that basil straight.
No, basil is a good touch. I don't know if it would work with the rest of the pizza that I have though.
Choose a drink to pair along with your pizza: soda, iced tea, lemonade, or water. Soda. What is pizza without a Pepsi? It's nothing.
I mean, fair enough. I'm kind of upset that like beer isn't a choice here. Why did they put lemonade?
I don't know. I've never had lemonade with pizza. I feel like that's too much of a clash of like, tastes.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't consider a pizza to be like particularly sour or bitter. Um, bitter's not the right word, but yeah, sour. Iced tea. I'm also gonna go with the that's weird. So really, out of my two choices, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the soda. I really think beer should have been on there though.
I could agree with that.
What
What
side are you?
side are you
Oh,
grabbing? Oh, ho, ho.
man.
Garlic knots, boneless buffalo wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. I'm not picking the buffalo wings because as much as I would like to, they're boneless and that's already sacrilegious. So I'm probably gonna have to go with garlic knots.
Those look like some damn like Tyson's buffalo wings.
They do.
They're not even wings. They're buffalo nuggets. Come on, man. That doesn't count. Just because you put them in a sauce that makes them wings? Hell no.
No, exactly. They're chicken nuggets. I don't care what anyone says. Boneless wings are chicken nuggets.
Yeah. I kind of want to go with garlic knots as well, but I think I'm gonna go with breadsticks. Dip it in some nice little marinara. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
I
with
feel like they're the same thing in practice, just different form factor.
yeah. Well, I think they're also a different. I don't know. I would think of garlic knots as being like a little bit not damn it. What am I trying to say? Chewier.
That's fair. They're
You know,
definitely chewier.
I think of breadsticks as being a little bit more rigid, a little bit tougher, a little bit like maybe more done. I don't know. That would be a Maggie question. What's the difference between garlic knots and breadsticks?
It's so funny that you mentioned that because I was going to bring up like why haven't I asked Maggie to make garlic knots?
Are you texting her that right
Yeah,
now?
I'm gonna text her.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love that.
Dude, it sounds so good. But next question, while I'm sending this text, dip. Do you want any dip? And we're between marinara, garlic sauce, ranch, and no thanks.
No
I want
thanks.
the marinara.
I mean, I already got marinara for my breadsticks. My breadsticks. I already got marinara going on with that. I don't like dipping my pizza. I really don't. Like when you get the garlic sauce from like Papa John's or like ranch, I don't know. I don't care for it. I've already got enough sauce on the pizza. I like a saucy pizza. I'm not going to go through the trouble of dipping it as well because I feel like the flavor is just gonna, well, for one, is a little too oopy soupy. Um, but yeah, I feel like the dip can just kind of like overpower the flavor of the pizza.
I mean, I definitely agree with it in like the context of the garlic sauce and the ranch, right? But for me, what gets me is the marinara sauce because I agree I like my pizza saucy, but if you get the extra sauce, it falls apart, right?
That's
But if
fair.
you get the marinara sauce, that's a great way to like mitigate that fact. So you can dip it and still get the extra sauce, but not have your pizza fall to pieces whenever you try to take a bite out of it.
Yeah. No, I get where you're going with that. I'm worried that it could be it's too much sauce. I forgot what song that was. Um, you know, but yeah, to each his own. No thanks on the dip for me. And how are you cutting the pizza? The way that you're fucking supposed to?
Yeah, I agree. I got a shark.
Hey, I got an orca. I think I eat you.
Even fucking maybe.
What does your description say?
You give off mean vibes and try to keep up a tough exterior, but you're a softy on the inside.
Damn. Mine says you're more reserved and quiet, but you shine when you decide to let the spotlight find you.
I feel like this is something that we'd have to judge each other on.
Yeah, I. What is this? It says you're mean? I don't know about that. I think one of the nicest people I know.
Oh, thank you.
I try to keep up a tough exterior. No, you don't.
No.
Not really, man. You're a softy on the outside and the inside, but that's why people love you.
Thank you, King. For me, with yours, I could see it if like you didn't know the person, but I don't know. I don't find you to be very reserved. I've gotten some real good conversation out of you before, which is usually all the time. But regardless, I've seen how you interact with customers and people too. And of course, it could be like all masking, but a truly reserved person, I don't think would be able to do that.
Yeah, no, I think that I'm a little too good at being reserved in that I know when I should not be that. When it determines my success. So I don't know, like yeah, I wouldn't say this is particularly accurate, but I like being an orca. That sounds cool. I'm
Yeah,
Shamu.
I like being
Uh,
a shark too. Those things just juke people for no reason. Like they'll be swimming by and like pretend to fucking like turn a corner to get you, and then just go back on course.
they're like, I gotcha.
All
That'd be
right. Our
fun.
next, that was a fun quiz. That was a really fun one. But our next quiz is visit every corner of Japan and I'll guess your favorite Pokemon with 99.777% accuracy.
That feels a little phoned in, I'm just gonna say. And if you round it up by each decimal, that comes up to 99.9%.
It does.
Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. No, it wouldn't. No, it would come up to 99.8 because you would round up it would not be necessary to round up the farther most seven because it would just come to an 8, but you'd still round up the next one anyway. But yeah, 99.8% accuracy. I hope so.
I,
I'm so unfamiliar with Japan.
well, let's see what we'd pick, which is between Tokyo Disneyland, Harajuku, um, Tokyo Imperial Palace, Sangaku National Park, Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, Ghibli Museum, Hakone Open Air Museum, Katsura Imperial Villa, Fukuoka Castle Ruins, or Akashi Kaikyo Bridge.
I think that's Fukuoka. I don't actually think it's that.
Man, I don't speak Japanese. I'm gonna go with Castle Ruins. That sounds epic as fuck.
Yeah, that does sound really cool. I don't know, but I think I like I think I'd want to go see the palace. That sounds cool. I toured the Biltmore estate recently. That was really cool.
That sounds really fucking cool, honestly.
Yeah, it was just cool being in a big ass house and they have their own winery. And dude, those guys know how to like the guys that like let you taste the wine. We paid for a wine tasting, and I don't know, the guy was just really entertaining. He was this little Italian man.
Of course it was. It's a winery.
Exactly. Okay, next for destinations, we have Osaka, Dotonbori, I don't know, that place, Mount Fuji, Kenroku Garden, Ashikaga Flower Park, Kobe Port, the Tokyo Sky Tree, Isuian Garden. Oh, this one has accent marks. I'm not going to get this. Byodo in Temple, uh, Nijo Castle, or the Kyoto Tower. A lot of towers in this one.
There
At least
are.
I would have thought.
Japanese like their towers.
Hmm.
I'm going with the flower park because I've heard about like the what do they call those trees?
The sakura trees?
No, it's not the sakura ones. It's the wisteria trees.
Wisteria. Wait, isn't Wisteria isn't that something to do with Demon Slayer? Whose new season is out, by the way?
It is something to do with Demon Slayer, but wisteria trees are like a huge thing in Japan. Apparently, I could be so wrong, but like they're beautiful if you get to see them in a natural context that doesn't involve kudzu like around here.
Well, is that what we're seeing here in the thumbnail?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like to see that. It's a good thick trunk right there.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. I think my choice would be the temple. That looks really cool.
Heck yeah.
All right. Next we have, okay, I've heard of a couple of these. We got the Shibuya Crossing, Tokyo Disney Sea, Universal Studios Japan with the Mario attraction, Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, Kinkakuji, Kigon Falls, Sensoji Temple, the Tokyo National Museum, the Hakone Shrine, and the Kofukuji Temple.
Go fuck you.
The Kofukuji Temple.
I'm going with the Sensuji Temple, and I directly correlate that to Pokemon.
Oh, that's where Ho-Oh is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Let's see here. I don't know. I feel like I've done enough like nature and history type crap. I'm going to Universal Studios.
Based.
Who wants to go to Four Seasons Orlando?
All right.
Have you seen that video?
No.
Holy shit.
Wait, of the baby?
Yeah, the baby that just goes, me. And it's
Dude.
like, this is a baby. Why is he like that?
Why is that baby that cognizant?
Oh, dude, that's so
weird.
fucking jarring. Oh my god.
So next, on Pick a Place to Visit, we have Shinjuku, the Kiyomizu-dera, we have the Legoland Japan, Okinawa Chiraomi Aquarium, Nanya Botanical Garden, Jiokudani Monkey Park, Nanzoin Temple, Shitanoji Temple, Matsumoto Castle, Kyoto National Museum. Now, I'm going to be completely real. I'm picking Legoland Japan. Legoland is so cool.
Yeah, I get that. I'm picking I'm going with the monkey.
The monkey!
Really cool. No, that was just for the meme. I'd go to the aquarium. I love me a good aquarium.
Dude, aquariums are badass. And you see some shit you don't see in America over there too.
Oh yeah, and probably much better cared for. And it looks like they also have a whale shark, which is kind of one of Atlanta's biggest attractions. And
it is.
That's quite literally, and also that a lot of people love it.
Oh man. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so next we have Gion, Ginza, Ueno Zoo, Nara Park, Art Island of Naoshima, Gokayama, Itsukushima Shrine, National Arts Center, Himeji Castle, Koyasan Okunoin. I'm going with the castle. That looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what a lot of these are intended to be. I don't know. I'm not having all these shopping districts is cool and all, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can kind of like, breeze through there without making it an actual like place on your itinerary. Because I'm sure it'd be cool to go and see like some of the shops and see all the different products that they have. But I mean, it's just so like everything else is so rich in culture. I feel like I want to do that. So, I think I'm gonna pick Nara Park. Word to Shikamaru.
Ooh. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure each of these places was a place in the Pokemon games at one point or the other.
Probably.
I've been thinking about that.
I think there was an aquarium in a Pokemon game. Probably. I mean, technically, Misty worked at, or the Cerulean City Gym was an aquarium, I suppose.
That's true. I mean,
At least
pools.
in the anime.
That's fair.
Yeah, because in the game it was just a big swimming pool, which is also fair.
That is very fair. The next we have Asakasa or Asakusa, Shirakawago, Akihabara, Fushimi Inari Shrine, Nashi Falls, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, Takashiho Gorge, Todaiji Temple, Osu Kenon, and Great Buddha of Kamakura. And I think I'm going to go with the Great Buddha.
Yeah, seeing the Great Buddha would be really cool. You know what else? That I realized a lot of these like districts are in the Digimon games.
That's kind of insane.
Like I remember, what was it? It was in the Cyber Sleuth series. You could go to Akihabara and Asakusa and Shibuya and Shinjuku. Actually, I like me some kayaking. I'm gonna go with the Takachio Gorge. Hey,
All right. So, how accurate was yours, Karan?
dude, I love Squirtle. Yeah, this is
Dude,
great.
that's awesome.
Oh, but yours is based. You got
I got
Umbreon.
Umbreon. Dude, Umbreon isn't even top 5.
Really? So it's just not accurate?
No, this was not accurate for me at all.
I think the reason I didn't like Umbreon is because I could never figure out how to get one. Like, dude, when they just straight up give you one in Pokemon Coliseum, or whenever they had them roaming around like just casually in I think like Sword and Shield, then I was fine to use Umbreon. But other than that, never used it before. But Squirtle I think water has always been it's usually my first choice has either been water or grass. I've never really been a fire kind of person. Like in the first 2 games, I always pick water. Then in third and fourth generation, I picked grass. What was 5th generation? Was that X and Y? Or no, that was black and white, wasn't it?
I think so.
What were the starters for that? That was
Oshawott, Tepig, and Chespin?
was it Chespin?
No. Was it? Oshawott, Tepig. Yeah, it was Chespin. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure. No. Oshawott, Tepig, and Snivy.
Snivy, yes. Okay. Yeah, I also picked Snivy.
Dude, for me, this one is so far off because not only is it not my top 5, but my go-to types are Psychic and Steel. Like
Metagross for real.
I like fighting type as well, but exactly like my top 5 Pokemon are Gardevoir, Hariyama, Torterra, Metagross, and Aggron in that order.
Aggron's so hard, dude. I love man, Aggron it's so hard. In the first
I'm
game,
saying,
his Mega is fantastic. Love that guy.
but
Well,
next quiz. Everyone is a scene from the B movie, and which one you are says a lot. What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
this one's gonna be this is gonna be so strange. I complain about what I have to do that day.
Me too.
Honestly.
Wake up like, oh, I gotta fucking do this and this.
Okay, what is your favorite breakfast? Out of Honey Nut Cheerios, waffles, avocado toast, or I don't know, whatever's in the fridge.
I'm going with avocado toast.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I did pick waffles in that last quiz, so I think I'm gonna have to go with waffles again.
That's fair.
Like if I had my choice of these 3, it would probably be waffles. Avocado toast is all well and good, but I know it's so expensive. So
It
I don't
is.
like it.
What is your dream vacation? New York City, Paris, Italy, or I'd rather just stay at home. Italy.
I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, can I comfortably afford to do this? Because if I can, I'd rather not stay home.
Yeah, for real.
Been in New York City plenty of times. A little overrated. I've been to Paris and Italy, and I have to say, out of the 2, Italy was probably my favorite. Paris was kind of weird. Like it was cool and all. Like I went to the Louvre, went to the Eiffel Tower, all that good stuff. Went to the Arc de Triomphe. I watched a lot of people almost get run over by the Arc de Triomphe because it's just a giant roundabout.
That's funny.
Yeah, but Italy was cool as fuck, dude. The Colosseum was awesome. That one fountain that I can never remember the name of. Yeah, that one was cool.
Vatican City.
Who's your favorite music artist? Taylor Swift, Frank Ocean, the Bee Gees, or the Beatles? Well, it's certainly not Frank Ocean.
I was going to go with Frank Ocean here. He's got some good tunes.
Well, this is a B movie quiz, so I'm gonna have to go with the Bee Gees. I prefer the Bee Gees out of these four.
That's also fair. What is your favorite color? Blue, pink, yellow, or I don't know. Why does this matter? Blue.
Man,
My favorite color is blue.
they kind of phoned in a lot of these responses, didn't they?
I wonder how this is going to directly correlate to B movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I don't know. Why does this matter? I should have picked the most vague for any of them.
What's your favorite topping on pizza? This is awful. Just cheese or spicy honey?
Dude, actually, spicy honey was really good. When Grace and I went to Asheville, when we went, toured the Biltmore estate, we went to this place called Pai Za, and they had this pizza with honey on it, and it was so freaking good. Oh my God, yeah.
Marcos has been doing their hot honey pizzas.
Ooh,
so good.
That sounds great. Okay. Next, what aspect of a potential job do you care most about? Money, easy hours, I don't know, as long as I'm helping others, or that it won't restrict my other hobbies. Easy.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. I don't want it to restrict my hobbies.
Yeah, we've talked about that constantly, about having a proper work-life balance.
This is so stupid.
This is a dumbass article, man. I'm sorry.
I'm picking B movie.
You know what? I'm gonna go with another vague one on this. I'm gonna hit I'm more of a TV person.
Are you more introverted or extroverted? Introverted.
Or you also have the option of a good mix of both, or it depends on who I'm around. So I'm gonna go with that last one, since we just determined that with the orca thing. Finally, what is your biggest pet peeve? Nails on a chalkboard, loud chewing, being late, or people who walk slow? Definitely people who walk slow. Yeah. No contest. Oh, which one did you get? Aiden? I think you're unplugged. Well, while Aiden figures out what he's doing, I got the result. You're the "so you'll just work us to death" scene. Once Barry learns that he will work in the hive until he dies, he seems to be the only bee concerned. You might complain often, but you're an incredibly hard worker. You're ambitious and want to spend your time doing something you love. You're an organized, but like to live on the edge. People love to be around you because you're amazing. Gross.
Okay. Sorry, my voice model was acting really fucking a fool. I got the job board scene. It is time for Barry B. Benson and Ken to find a job in the hive after graduation. However, it says the job is no longer available whenever they pick something. You can sometimes be indecisive because you like to be sure of yourself before making a decision. Your headstrong will most definitely make an impact in the world. Occasionally, you feel like the world is moving on around you, but just know that everything will work out in the end. What the fuck?
How'd they get all that from those terrible options for answers?
I don't know. This is bad.
Yeah, this is a bad quiz. We'll move on to the next one. We've only got 2 more left.
Tell us a little about yourself, and we'll analyze your personality and tell you what cheese you are deep down inside.
Let's get cheesy.
I'm ready to get cheesy. So first question, I'm at my best when engaging with people, either one-on-one or in larger groups. That doesn't sound like me at all.
It sounds I guess a little bit like me. Well, all right. Well, we'll think about it this way. So since you said that you would rather do something like this whenever you're bouncing off of someone else.
I'll put that doesn't sound much like me.
Okay. I'll accept that. I'm going to say this sounds a little bit like me. I don't love working in groups, but I think that's because usually, especially as of late, whenever I work in a group, it's because I'm like the head honcho, and I kind of hate it. Because then you grow these expectations of like, okay, these people are going to listen to whatever I say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, right? No, of course.
All right.
When problem solving, I like to think about patterns and how they relate to the big picture. That sounds a lot like me.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes. I'm going to say that doesn't sound too much like me. Like, I don't know. I like jumping to conclusions and everything, but I don't know if I necessarily analyze patterns that well. It has to be very blatant for me. I've been called type A before. What the fuck does that mean?
mean?
What is this, some alpha, sigma, gamma bullshit?
What the segment?
It doesn't sound like me at all. Are they calling us alphas?
I
I'm
already know I'm
not.
not. I'm not super into like human trafficking or misogyny, so I don't think I'm an alpha.
I'd agree with that.
I wonder if
Shit.
that was a hot take.
What's the motherfucker's name?
Andrew Tate,
Yeah.
Tim Pool,
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan.
Joe
They can go
Rogan's
on.
okay. Joe Rogan's okay. He's just more like, dude, I want to, like, you got to take drugs, man.
Yeah, you gotta take horse tranquilizer. No, actually, I'm wrong. You have to take experimental medical procedures or medication.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyway, when I make decisions, I always worry about the impact I'll have on others. That sounds a lot like me.
Same. Ay, ay, ay.
Hmm. I
I
believe.
believe.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wonder if we should just go back and forth. I believe that I'm pretty flexible and adapt well to change. That doesn't
No,
sound like me at all.
no. I hate change so
Don't
much.
really care for it. Sorry, that was the wrong one. I don't know what I was going for, but I didn't want pingas.
I prefer to have a cup of coffee or tea in the morning before speaking to anyone.
Actually, yeah. Like
A little bit.
I've got to get some kind of caffeine in me. To me, it doesn't really matter. Like I'll either drink the equivalent of 4 cups of coffee because I have a very large mug, or I'll have to have like some sort of energy thing, like either a Red Bull or I've been doing Alani Nu lately as well. Um, I'm hoping that getting some biotin and some vitamin E in my system will kind of help out with the way that my hair looks, because I'm gonna keep it long. I feel like it's got to look good.
Ooh, that's fair. You got to be able to make sure that it's looking crisp, very crone.
Yeah, and maybe my nails will start to get better too if I can stop the anxiety. I thought about painting them recently too, just
Ooh,
because like I've painted them in the past, and yeah, they do kind of help me with not like gnawing on them or picking at them as much, because I worry about that looking really bad. I'm like, if they're painted, then they're gonna draw more attention, so I really don't want them to be ugly. But then it kind of falls off. I have to get into a habit of painting them regularly.
that's fair, honestly. Chips away and shit.
Yeah, I thought about just wearing oven mitts too. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, all right, that sounds a lot like me. I've been called an empath before. Um,
That's. I
kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
It's not like a regular thing, but I also feel like, that's not normal conversation. Does someone just be like, "Man, you're an empath, aren't you?"
Yeah, no, definitely not normal conversation.
I'm like, how do I respond to that?
You don't. It's like, thanks.
Appreciate it, bruh.
I'm a Sigma. I tend to think more about future possibilities than the present situation. Yeah, a lot. I think too far into the future pretty frequently and hard.
I feel that entirely. I'm the same way. Hmm. When I go on vacation, I like to have all the details planned out and hotels booked ahead of time. Well, yeah,
I
I
think,
think you kind of have to do that, don't you?
yeah, that's called going on a vacation.
Yeah, like the booking the hotel and the flight if necessary is kind of like, but I mean that's kind of like the part that you figure out after you decide where you want to go.
Yeah, for real. Like, and why would you not plan on where you're going during this vacation? Because you're
What if
not a local. You don't know what the fuck is around there. You got to look it up and figure it out.
Yeah, like what if also like what if you get there and you're just like, I'll just find a hotel. And it turns out they got no vacancy, so you have to go stay in the stable like Mary and Joseph.
Oh my gosh. Oh shit.
That just sounds like piss poor planning. If anyone says that doesn't sound like them at all, man, you live uh, a semi-charmed kind of life.
Oh, I agree. I notice little details that seems like other people overlook. That doesn't sound like me at all.
It sounds a little bit like me. I've always been told that I do have like an eye for detail when it comes to like noticing things that a lot of other folks don't. And whether that can be seen as like scrutinizing or not, I guess that just depends on like maybe like the situation of it all. But being that I'm in like a supervisory kind of position, I feel like it's a very valuable skill to have, and also very frustrating when other people don't have that. I'll just be like, look, you didn't do this, and they're like, oh man, I didn't think about that. You mean I gotta sweep up the dust on the floor. Yeah, that's right.
Dude,
That's venting.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, my whole thing is I feel like those things are relatively routine. Whereas like when it comes down to smaller details, I'm so busy thinking about the bigger picture that I can definitely overlook them.
That's fair. I don't want to say that I notice everything, but I mean, dude, these four eyes ain't gonna lie.
Oh
I find
no.
something. And finally, I consider myself a more straightforward and logical thinker. I like to think that I'm like a
Yes.
logical thinker, but not necessarily straightforward. You know what I mean?
I definitely could agree with that. I think I'm a
Well,
little bit of both, but I have my moments.
yeah, I'm a little all over the place in my thought processes, but I think that's just I think that's the neurodivergency. There's the ADHD kicking in.
That's fair.
Hmm. You know, I'll say it sounds a little bit like me. All right. What'd you get?
I got provolone.
Not the B list. No, I like provolone though. I think it's good. There's descriptions for these?
Yeah.
What's yours?
Provolone is a semi-hard cheese made from cow's milk, with a taste that can range from mild to sharp. Like provolone, you're a big picture thinker who always considers the possibilities. Though creative, the little details don't matter to you as much as the patterns that affect your results. Recommendation: provolone pairs with pairs with meats like salamis, olives, dried apricots, and winter fruits like pears and grapes.
Mm,
What
that's
about
nice.
you?
Well, I got mimolette, which I've never heard of before.
Me either.
I've never heard of this kind of cheese, but I think that means that is an A list. Um, Mimolette is the moment. Inspired by Edam, Mimolette is a hard, rich, orange cow's milk cheese. You're trendy, yes, but also sensible. You don't just hop on what's new for the sake of new, but you're happy to push boundaries and explore opportunities in the present. Recommendation: Mimolette pairs well with crackers or some nice bread, apples, olives, and sweeter fruits like blackberries. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Sounds
that
good.
sounds fancy as shit.
I'll have to look for some of that when we're gonna go to the farmers market for one last hurrah before we leave. Um, and they have a very nice cheese department, so I think maybe I'll go look for some of that.
Ooh, get some fancy cheese.
Hell yeah, man! We're gonna get that focaccia with the tomatoes baked into it. Oh,
Woo! God
nice.
bless.
All right, the last quiz, and actually this is the one that I'm most excited for. I really am, because I think that maybe it will give me the same result that I've always had, which is like I said, like either grass or water. If we're going with basic types, I guess. Hmm.
If you were a Pokemon gym leader, what type of Pokemon would you have? Yeah, let's get into it.
It'd be cool if
Pick
I
a
picked like a whole team for you.
pick a Pokemon. Man, I'm picking Gardevoir, my OG.
All right. Out of the options we have here, we have Pikachu, Charizard, Eevee, Mewtwo, Rowlet, Empoleon, Gardevoir, or Garchomp. You know, I'm not a. It's kind of weird that it gives you some like first stage evolutions, then it gives you some third stage, and then it gives you a legendary, who is. I mean, he's not like my least favorite legendary, but he's not my favorite by any means.
No, I agree with that.
Out of these options, I think I'm gonna go with I like Empoleon. Water Steel was interesting.
Empoleon was goaded. And on the topic of legendaries, Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf were goaded. One of the best themes, too.
Yeah, they were great. They were based off of emotions, I think,
That makes sense.
or something like that. Uxie was funny. He had a funny little haircut. Hmm.
Let's see. Pick a city. Vermilion, Laver, Saffron, Ophilucid, Nakreen, Cinnabar, Celadon, or Cerulean.
I don't remember half of these.
Me either.
I mean, they're either first gen or what is that?
What city is Laver?
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Hmm.
Kalos.
That was X and Y?
I think so.
Huh.
Okay.
I guess so. I don't really remember Nakreen, or I want to say I remember Oplucid, but I don't remember which game it was from. But I don't know. Out of these, I pick Celadon. Celadon's cool.
I'd probably go for Saffron. I spent a lot of time in Saffron when I was a kid.
There's a lot of places to go.
Pick an expert. Who we got for experts?
We have Lieutenant Surge, Cress, Blaine, disguised Blaine, Erica, Whitney, Valerie, no idea who that is, Lance, or Sabrina. Ooh.
I'm
Oh, this
going
is
for
hard.
Erica.
I I liked Lieutenant Surge and I liked Blaine. Whitney's, I mean, I don't know, Whitney's all right. It's tough being a normal gym leader.
It
I gotta
is.
give her props for that one.
And
Yeah,
she
I
made
don't.
quick work of it too. That middle tank was a pain.
Yeah, my God, that mill tank gave me such strife. Um, I don't know who Valerie is though. She looks like a fairy or a psychic type user. Um,
Can't remember what gen she was. I think it might have been X and Y.
Probably. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with Lance. Why not?
Fuck yeah.
Lance is the OG. He's cool as shit.
Oh, pick a region. Galar, Kalos, Alola, Johto, Kanto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, or Unova. I'm going Sinnoh all the way, baby.
Man, this one's gonna be hard for me. I really like Johto. I also like Hoenn. You know what? Just to be contrary, I'm gonna go for Galar.
That's fair.
I mean, it was I think maybe this is an unfair advantage because it was like the first like open world Pokemon game, but yeah, no, that shit was a lot of fun.
Oh, dude, if you're picking this off of like if you try to say you're not picking off of inherent bias, then you're a liar. Sinnoh is my favorite of all time, dude.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Galar. Um, what we got next? Pick a main character. We have Ash, May, Dawn, Iris, Brock, Tracy Sketchit, Misty, or Max. That's not Max.
Why is his hair brown?
Yeah, his hair was black. What the hell? I gotta go with my boy Brock though. Brock was based, and man, he really had his priorities in order. I mean, shit, he was taking care of how many siblings? 7 or 8?
Dude, for real.
Yeah, like he's a good guy. Like, is he a simp? Sure, but he's
But
a good guy deep down.
he is. He was a fantastic older brother.
Yeah, he literally stepped down from being a gym leader to go follow this 10-year-old kid around and help him out.
Dude, I'm picking Dawn. I'm gonna be real. This is like
This is all just fourth gen for you, isn't it?
it is, but like also whenever this is like incriminating as shit. Whenever I was like 6 or 7 years old, I had a huge crush on Dawn as a character.
That's
like,
fair.
So I have to go with the OGs in that. I have to go back to my roots, which was all like the Sinnoh region.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'll take that. Up next we got pick another Pokemon. We have Mimikyu, Squirtle, Toxtricity, Celebi, Espeon, Arcanine, Snorlax, and Rayquaza.
I'm not gonna front. I'm going with Toxtricity.
The multi-form is pretty cool. Poison Electric is an interesting combo. Gets absolutely floored by ground type moves though.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give him a Float Stone,
let me tell you, you get the Gigantamax one too.
oh yeah, that one went hard. I do remember that. Man, I don't know. Arcanine, I feel like it's kind of a what's the word I'm trying to say here? I think that it's a basic sort of like choice for a Pokemon, but he's really good. Like, who else besides Rayquaza? Yeah, I pronounced that incorrectly the first time. I forgot it's like Quaza, like Quasar. But who else learns extreme speed?
No
Exactly.
one.
You gotta give it to him for that. They really screwed his Hisuian form though. That thing was ugly. Wait, or am I thinking of Growlithe? No, Growlithe looks a little weird. Like, I understand he's supposed to look like it's something to do with their mythology, but
I know what
yeah,
you're talking about. It's not rattling around in my head though.
yeah. But either way, yeah, my choice is Arcanine for real.
Pick an
Ooh.
attack. Thunderbolt, Leaf Blade, Fire Blast, Dragon Pulse, Moon Blast, Hydro Cannon, Hyper Beam, or Telekinesis.
Who picks telekinesis?
Dude, even as someone who likes psychic types, that's a fucked option to give.
You could have picked like extrasensory or Psywave or Psycho Cut.
Literally anything else.
Literally just psychic.
I gotta go with, though, Leaf Blade.
Leaf Blade was so cool. Like, I remember when I first saw that move, and like with the original animations from like the third generation, I was like, "That's the coolest shit I've ever seen, man."
Oh yeah, It's like, dude, he's using the leaf as a blade.
Dude, he's cutting people with his arms. That's crazy, man.
Dude, I fucking love Sceptile.
I do love Sceptile.
Sceptile is hard.
Dude, Green Dragon Mega Evolution, or not Green Dragon. Well, yeah, he's a green dragon, but he's a grass dragon. Badass. I don't know. This is actually a really hard choice for me because I like Fire Blast for what it is, but the accuracy just kills me. I never get it. Hyper Beam having to recharge sucks. Dragon Pulse is pretty okay. Thunderbolt and I don't know. I'm actually more into Charge Beam than I am Thunderbolt. Because Charge Beam has a chance to up your special attack every time. So if you just use it consecutively, it's great.
That's fair.
And actually, I have another suggestion for the normal type move. I started running an Exploud on my Alpha Sapphire run through, and dude, Echoed Voice is crazy.
Dude, Echo Voice is insane.
Dude, you run it a couple of times on the first Pokemon, everyone else is getting floored the instant that they come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it keeps on expounding. It's like Fury Cutter, but it's a little bit easier to use because it's just a normal type move. The only people you can't use it on is fucking Ghost type. Not people,
So
Pokemon.
versatile.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, so I feel like it has more chance of being successful than Fury Cutter, and I believe it also has a stronger like base power, so you don't have to work that much harder. Like you don't have to run it that many more times for it to be devastating.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's so good.
I don't know. I think my choice is gonna be Hydro Cannon.
That's
Hydro
fair.
Cannon's solid. I don't think that one recharges, if I remember correctly.
I don't think it does.
Pick a Nintendo franchise besides Pokemon. So you got Animal Crossing, Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Donkey Kong Country, Pikmin, The Legend of Zelda, Kirby, or Star Fox. Man, that's a jarring picture of the Star Fox crew. Part of me, I want to say Legend of Zelda because obviously I love all of those games.
Mm-hmm.
But I also really love Pikmin. Pikmin was a fun game.
It was.
Yeah, and I've only played the first one.
Dang, you need to try 3. 3 is solid.
Yeah, no, I think I will. Wasn't one of them multiplayer?
I think so.
Yeah,
That might have been 3 or 4.
I think that's something that Grace would enjoy playing with me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pikmin.
Dude, for me, you already know, I got it tattooed on my body. I don't know if you can see that, but I gotta go Zelda. Zelda has seen me through some tough times, man.
There you go.
All right, so next is pick an activity. Playing video games, going to a haunted house, reading a book, playing sports, any adrenaline rush, gardening, hanging out with friends, and going to the beach. Man, for me, I'm probably gonna have to say hang out with friends, because like even if I am playing video games, it's usually with like you or Noah or Maggie.
Yeah, I feel that. So I think those two could be combined. I don't know. Like I've been enjoying reading lately. I was into sports when I was a kid. Definitely don't want the adrenaline rush though. I think roller coasters are a death trap.
Oh, 100% they are.
Yeah. Going to the beach, not my thing at all. Gardening, that's Grace's thing. I can't keep anything alive. I tried to grow some thyme, I think it was, and yeah, it didn't go very well. It died very fast.
Oh, dude, I need to send you this picture. We are growing gladiolus plants, and mine's actually like growing for real.
Nice. That's awesome. I think I'm gonna pick video games. I know myself. That's my choice. Oh, up next we have pick an animal. This is a long quiz.
It is.
Yeah. Our choices are a horse, an iguana, a dolphin, a hummingbird, a dog, a hamster, cat, or a squirrel.
Cat.
I don't know. I used to have a lot of reptiles. I think I'm gonna go with iguana.
That's fair. Iguanas are cool.
They're very cool. Snakes were really cool too. I miss my gecko a lot. The gecko is really fucking cool. I apparently had some kind of like rare one. I didn't even know it. I just got it from PetSmart for like $30 or $40.
That's insane, but that's also PetSmart. They don't even know what the hell they're selling.
Exactly. It was like excuse me. It was a fancy leopard gecko, but he was a giant breed. So he got bigger than he was supposed to, or rather than what they projected.
Wow.
Yeah. Finally, one more Pokemon.
Blaziken, Grookey, Togepi, Metagross, Gyarados, Stoutland, Jolteon, or Salamence. And I've got to go with Metagross.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling. Um, Out of these choices, the one that I was most likely to run, believe it or not, was Jolteon.
Really?
Yeah, I like Jolteon. He's fast. He's fast as fuck, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's beautiful. Hey!
Hey, look at that.
Hey!
Hey, you got Psychic. Nice.
I did. You got water. Bro, that's awesome. We got the types that we would hope we would be good for.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because my last one that I picked was an electric type. I guess iguanas could be considered water-esque. I did pick a water type move.
I do get psychic damage from my cat.
I only picked like 2 water type, or maybe like 3 water type answers though. I picked Empoleon for the Pokemon. I picked the Grass Gym Leader City. I picked the Dragon Expert. Galar, I'm not sure what that has to do with your type. I picked the Rock Gym Leader. Yeah, Fire type Pokemon, Water type move. Pikmin are kind of like bugs, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I picked the Electric type. It's strange. I don't know how they arrived at this decision, but I guess that is fair since my first Pokemon of choice was a Water type, like in general.
Dude, yeah, no, I don't understand this because by all means and modes, probably should have gotten something else because I picked as many psychic options as I did grass type. I picked more grass type options.
You got Erica, Leaf Blade. You also picked an electric and poison type. Dawn had Piplup, so that's a water. Huh.
This is odd. I don't get it. But I mean, hey, we ended at the result.
Yeah.
I guess I picked 3 psychic type things.
But oh well. And those were a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed those. Thank you for picking those, Aiden.
Yeah, dude. Here, I need to switch back to mine too. It takes a second.
The wipe fade. We love that.
It could have been so much longer for comedic effect, but nah.
Yeah, we gotta save time. We're notorious for going way too long on these things.
Oh yeah, which we're already breaching it a little bit. An hour 30, I feel like, has been our average lately.
Yeah. No, I feel like this is good. I'm satisfied. I think this is a good place to stop as long as everyone else feels that way. I guess do you feel that way?
No, never. I think we should go for another 2.5 hours.
Hey, let's do it, man.
Oh man, but we've run out of content, so maybe it is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
solid. I think that we should do this again sometime, though. That one was really fun.
Oh yeah, it was fun. There's no shortage of those types of quizzes too.
Yeah.
They've been going on for as long as we could probably fathom. As long as you've had Facebook. I've had that shit since like 2012. So.
Yeah, I remember when Buzzfeed was a lot more prominent than it is nowadays.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of glad that it died because talk about a bout of misinformation.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
It was, but the quizzes were always interesting.
Yeah, I think they're fun. I think that we learned a little bit about ourselves today. I'm slouching. Hold on. We learned a little bit about ourselves today. I learned that at heart, and all levels except physical, I am an orca. Being that my favorite Pokemon was Squirtle, I am an orca. And if I were a gym leader, I would use water type Pokemon. So I think I'm really feeling the call to the sea there.
Dude, inside me there are 2 sharks. One is provolone, the other is psychic.
What is provolone? Okay, that was probably going in the highlights for sure. Oh man, I love that. Well, like Aiden said, that's all the time that we have for today. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you're feeling inspired to take some of those quizzes yourself. If you want to take the ones that we have, you can just search them up on the Buzzfeed website. If you guys like that kind of content and you want to see more like it, please remember to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube and leave us a little comment down in the comments section. And if you're on Spotify, just give us a solid listen. give us a couple listens. Actually, we'd really appreciate that. I think you can kind of fudge the numbers on those. Don't think it goes by device, as long as you listen for more than 5 minutes. But anyway, we love and appreciate you guys. And if Aiden has nothing else to say,
No, I'm good.
all right. Well, have a good night, everyone, or a good morning, whenever you happen to be watching this. And we'll see you guys next week. Podcast out.
Woo!